Fathers are often seen as the source of wisdom in a household. They have years of experience and knowledge to share with their children. But what about the advice fathers never give their sons? There's a lot of advice out there for young men. Some of it is good, some of it is bad, and much of it is outdated. If you're looking for real wisdom to help you succeed in life, then you should listen to the older and wiser Sigma males. Unfortunately, most of the advice our dads never gave us. But that's okay. We're here to fill in the gaps. So sit back, relax, and take some notes because these pearls of wisdom are definitely worth remembering. 1. Embrace your inner weirdo. In a world that often feels increasingly conformist and homogenized, it can be liberating to embrace your inner weirdo. As the late poet and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be great is to be misunderstood." By being different and uncompromising in your values, you set yourself apart from the herd mentality and discover a more authentic way of living. What's more, as Sigma males have long understood, being a little weird can also be a lot of fun. So if you're feeling stifled by the conventional wisdom, take a deep breath and let your freak flag fly. It's time to celebrate your inner weirdo. 2. Your time is limited. Don't be a yes man. Nowadays, it's easy to feel like you have to say yes to everything. We say yes to working late hours, yes to taking on extra projects, and yes to spending time with people we don't really care about. But just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. We need to be selective with our time and energy. We need to focus on the things that are truly important to us and say no to everything else. Otherwise, we'll quickly find ourselves burned out and resentful. So the next time you're asked to do something you're not interested in, don't be afraid to say no. Your time is too valuable to waste on things that don't matter. Saying no can be difficult, but it's a necessary skill to learn if you want to be successful. The ability to say no is what separates the Sigma man from the average man. Sigma males are not afraid to put their own needs first, and they're not afraid to refuse others. Sure, you might upset some people by saying no, but it's better than sacrificing your own happiness. 3. Don't let women run your life. There's a reason why the phrase, "don't let women run your life," has become something of a mantra for Sigma males. Women are, by nature, emotional creatures. They tend to make decisions based on how they feel in the moment rather than logic or reason. As a result, they're often not well equipped to make decisions that will have long-term consequences. On the other hand, Sigma males are known for their calm rationality and ability to think long-term. They're the men who know what they want and are willing to make the tough decisions to get there. This doesn't mean that Sigmas are heartless or insensitive. On the contrary, they're often very compassionate and loving men. But they know that when it comes to making decisions, it's best to leave the emotions out of it. Not only will this save you a lot of heartache in the long run, but it will also lead to better decision-making overall. 4. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Sigma males find themselves on the outside looking in. They're the ones who don't fit in with the mainstream, who are always on the fringe. But that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's often their unique perspective that allows them to see things that others miss. And when it comes to taking shots, they know that you miss 100% of the ones you don't take. Life is all about taking chances and putting yourself out there. So instead of worrying about what others might think, focus on living life on your own terms. Sigmas take risks and follow their dreams. And even though they may not always hit their target, at least they know they gave it their best shot. The only way to fail is to not try at all. So go out there and take some chances. You might just surprise yourself with what you're capable of. 5. Listen to your dad, but don't be afraid to forge your own path in life. It's no secret that fathers and sons often butt heads. Dads want their sons to follow in their footsteps, while sons often have different plans for their lives. However, there is value in listening to your father's advice, even if you ultimately choose to forge your own path. After all, your dad has a lot of life experience and wants what's best for you. But at the same time, don't be afraid to be your own man. In today's society, there is increasing pressure on men to conform to traditional gender roles. But just because you don't fit the mold of the traditional alpha male doesn't mean you're any less of a man. In fact, sigma males are often more successful and fulfilled than their alpha counterparts. So if you find yourself at odds with your father, don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. At the end of the day, both of you just want what's best for each other. 6. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. It is human nature to shy away from obstacles and challenges. We naturally want an easy life, free of strife and problems. However, this is not the wisest way to live. Avoiding challenges means that we never grow or learn. We become like a plant that is coddled and protected from the elements, never developing the strength or resilience to survive in the wild. Instead of wishing for less challenge, we should wish for more wisdom. With each challenge we overcome, we become wiser and stronger. So instead of wishing for fewer challenges in life, wish for more wisdom. Because it is wisdom that will help you see challenges as opportunities, and it is wisdom that will help you overcome them. This is the Sigma way of approaching life. They know that challenges are inevitable, whether we like it or not. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. 7. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. In today's society, there is a lot of pressure to earn a high income. Whether it's to keep up with the Joneses or to simply live comfortably, many people strive to make as much money as possible. However, what many people fail to realize is that it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Just because you have a six-figure salary doesn't mean you're automatically wealthy. If you're not careful with your spending, you can easily find yourself in debt. On the other hand, even if you don't make a lot of money, you can still become wealthy by living below your means and investing your money wisely. A Sigma male is someone who understands this principle and focuses his efforts on building wealth rather than simply earning a high income. Sigma males realize that their lifestyle choices directly impact their bottom line. They also understand the importance of diversifying their income streams and building multiple sources of revenue. By following these principles, Sigma men are able to accumulate wealth over time and live a comfortable lifestyle without breaking the bank. 8. Remember, you are the product of your environment. The people you associate with, the places you live and work, and the things you do on a daily basis all have an impact on who you are as a person. And while it's easy to believe that we are in control of our own lives, the truth is that our environment plays a much larger role than we realize. Our brains are constantly being bombarded with information from our surroundings, and this information shapes our thoughts, emotions, and behavior in ways that we may not even be aware of. So when it comes to creating the life you want for yourself, remember that your environment is a powerful tool that can either help or hinder your efforts. Choose wisely. Choose your circle based on the values you believe in. Don't hang out with lowlifes just because they're fun. Find people who inspire you and make you want to be a better person. 9. You don't have to be the biggest or strongest guy to be a leader. There's an old saying that the biggest and strongest guy is the leader of the pack. But in today's world, that's not necessarily the case. With the rise of the Sigma male, we're seeing a new type of leader emerge. Sigma males are characterized by their independence and ability to think for themselves. They're often the outcasts or loners of their group, but they're also the ones who are unafraid to speak their mind and stand up for what they believe in. In many ways, Sigma males are the antithesis of traditional alpha males. And yet, despite their different backgrounds and beliefs, Sigma men are starting to become some of the most influential leaders in our society. Thanks to their independent thinking and willingness to challenge convention, Sigma men are proving that you don't have to be the biggest or strongest guy to be a leader. Instead, all you need is the courage to stand up for your beliefs. 10. If you work on your job, you'll make a living. If you work on yourself, you'll make a fortune. It's no secret that the most successful people are usually the ones who have invested heavily in themselves. They are always learning, always growing, and always working to improve their skills. This is what separates them from the average person who just works to make a living. The average person is content to do just enough to get by, content to stay in their comfort zone. Living a mediocre life is easy. It doesn't take much effort, but it's not very fulfilling. In today's world, working on yourself is more important than ever. With the advent of the internet, the Sigma male has become more prevalent than ever before. The Sigma is the man who isn't content with a traditional 9-to-5 job. He wants to make his own way in the world and is willing to put in the hard work to make his dreams a reality. If you're content with working a traditional job, then you'll make a living. But if you're willing to work on yourself, you'll make a fortune. Sigma males are the men who are changing the world, and they're doing it by working on themselves. 11. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. There's an old saying that goes, "The only way to get what you want in life is to go out and get it." And that's true. If you want something, you have to be willing to put in the work to make it happen. But there's another important part of that saying that often gets left out. But don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Just because someone else doesn't believe in you doesn't mean you should give up on your dreams. In fact, it should be the opposite. When someone tells you that you can't do something, it should only make you more determined to do it. After all, if they don't think you can do it, that just means there's more room for you to succeed. This is a principle that Sigma males live by. They understand that there will always be people who doubt them and try to hold them back. But instead of letting these negative voices get in their way, they use them as motivation. So, the next time someone tells you that you can't do something, use it as fuel to propel you forward. Let them know that you're not going to take no for an answer. 12. You must start from the bottom and work your way up. In today's society, it seems like everyone is obsessed with being at the top. Whether getting the best job, making the most money, or having the most Instagram followers, everyone wants to be a winner. However, the truth is that success seldom comes easy. More often than not, you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. This can be a difficult and frustrating process, but it's also essential if you want to achieve your goals. Fortunately, there are some things you can do to make the climb a little easier. First, focus on developing your skills and refining your craft. If you're good at what you do, people will take notice and start to give you more responsibility. Second, don't be afraid to network and build relationships with influential people. These connections can help you get your foot in the door and open up new opportunities. Finally, always keep your eye on the prize and remember why you're doing this in the first place. These tips won't guarantee success, but they can certainly help you in your journey to the top.